Good morning, friends. Will Davis Jr. here with your good news today. I pray you're doing really well. We're continuing our walk through the amazing, anointed, godly, awesome letter known as First Peter. And we hit a crescendo point yesterday. Let me review from you where we've been in First Peter chapter 1 in case you're just joining us. I've been teaching this week through First Peter chapter 1 about verse 13. Therefore, preparing your minds for action and being sober-minded, set your hope fully on the grace that will be brought to you at the revelation of Jesus Christ. As obedient children, do not be conformed to the passions of your former ignorance, but as he who called you is holy, be holy in all your conduct. Since it is written, you shall be holy, for I am holy. So verse 15, the verse I just read, is kind of the, as I'm calling it, one of the John 3:16 moments in First Peter. It's a beautiful passage, and it's like this, be holy. It goes back to the Old Testament. And then he gets real serious in verse 17 when he says, and this is our verse for today, he says, if you call on him as Father, who judges impartially according to each man's deeds, conduct yourselves with fear throughout the time of your exile. Well, that's some serious stuff. All right, so remember, Peter has already addressed this audience as elect exiles. They are the chosen of God, living alongside in a land alongside people who are not of God. They're sojourners. They're in a land in which they don't belong. And so they're being called to be pure and holy and distinct in that land. Be holy because I'm holy. Don't blend in. Be different. And then he gives this real sober word. He says, I want you to conduct yourself with fear, reverence, while in exile, while on this earth. Not just scattered in some foreign country, but the exile is the planet, according to Peter. So he says, if you call on him as Father, who is the one who judges impartially, according to each man's deeds. Okay, so that little word, that little phrase, the one who judges impartially, is one word in the Greek language, and it's to not have a face. Okay, it's really a beautiful word picture and a stark word picture. So when God doesn't see us according to the things that will make us notable on the earth. When he judges us, he doesn't reference beauty, he doesn't reference power, he doesn't reference education, he doesn't reference social standing, he doesn't reference ethnicity and the advantages or disadvantages that might be there. He doesn't reference wealth, the things that would make people stand out and be given perhaps partiality in earthly treatment are of no record to God. Oops, they don't matter. And so he says, live in fear in exile, because the one who you stand before doesn't judge according to partiality. He doesn't care if you're Caesar or if you're a slave. He's going to judge you the same. He's going to judge you according to your deeds, especially for those who do not know Christ. We know that as Christians, we are judged in our deeds according to get reward, not to determine if we get in heaven or not. It's the intention of finding good in us. The judge without Christ, it's the thumbs up, thumbs down thing, and it's rough. There's always thumbs down. And so he says, live in fear. Now that does not mean to be afraid. It's a beautiful Hebrew concept out of Proverbs. That's the reverence, the awe, the caution, the sober-mindedness, the wariness, the alertness to people are watching me all the time because I live in a land that's not my own. I am a guest here. I'm an alien here, and I'm being watched all the time. I'm on a planet that's being led by a usurper, Satan, and he has brought captives with him, and I don't fit in, and I've got to be really careful how I live. It's the kind of fear I might feel on a pretty dicey mountain ledge. Okay, I'm really glad to be there. It's beautiful, but I got to be really, really careful. And that's what Peter says here. So he says, you call on him as Father, then conduct yourself with reverence because of your Father. So I hope you'll think about that today and realize God is not a respecter of persons, but he will judge you through the blood of Jesus, which means he judges you toward reward, not toward punishment. That's a yea God. And because of that, we should live humbly and fearfully and respectfully on this earth. And that's really, really good news today. God bless you. I'll see you soon.